Yes, the frustrations of Gabriel Martinelli. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Gabriel Magalhaes getting his call up for England. But yes, before we get any further, do me a favor, take a quick second to hit that like button as I play this video. So what's going on, guys? On today's show, we're going to be talking about a lot of things, but let's get started with first. David Dein and Arsene Wenger had an event yesterday in London, and it was beautiful to see Arsene Wenger with some of the old crew, Cesc Fabregas and others, showing off the trophies and getting ready for his new movie coming out in just one day. And Ramsdale getting a heap of praise once again from pundits and pundits alike all throughout football, appreciating the young goalkeeper. Also, Vlahovic update will be coming in today's video. We'll also be talking about Alexander Isak possibly going to Liverpool instead of Arsenal. Liverpool could beat us to the punch and get a 40 million euro deal over the line. I don't know what they're smoking over there. Gabriel Martinelli, we're going to be talking about him and his frustrations not getting game time. Lacazette looks like he will be rejecting any Arsenal move, and he'll be trying to give it a move to Atletico Madrid. Emile Smith Rowe got his situation sorted out with England, and he finally got his England cap. Gareth Southgate finally opened his eyes. And you know what? Gabriel Magalhaes also is getting caps for the Brazilian national team. This is wonderful to see. Let's get it started on today's show. Bang, people. Yes, people. So first things first, I'm just going to get us started with the event last night with Arsene Wenger and everybody over there at that event. It looked like a beautiful event. It looked like everybody was enjoying themselves over there at the event. So let's just talk about this. Arsene Wenger will be coming out with the book soon. So he had a movie about the Invincibles coming out in a couple days. So they had an event, a Q&A event with an audience and everything else going on yesterday. Just want to let you guys know a little bit about it. The hosts were actually Ian Wright and Alex Scott. They were the hosts. As you can see, the likes of Cesc Fabregas was there. The likes of David Dein and what's his name, David O'Leary. We also had we had Ian Wright, but we also had the likes of David Seaman in the crowd asking questions also. So it was a good event overall. Everyone seemed to have enjoyed themselves. I still haven't seen any videos on the full event. I was not there myself, but I just thought I might as well share these pictures with you, share these photos with you, and give you guys a little bit of insight of what happened yesterday at the event. Now, moving on to the next thing. Big up to the people watching. Do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. But let's first talk about Emile Smith Rowe. Emile Smith Rowe, if you guys haven't already seen my earlier video, Emile Smith Rowe has been given a call up to the England national team. Emile Smith Rowe has been given a call up. Yes, he has been given a call up, and Emile Smith Rowe's performances as of late have been so good that they could not ignore the youngster. The youngster has been given a call up, and they've said Emile Smith Rowe's performances over the past couple of weeks has warranted this call up, and he deserves this call up. He's a little bit fortunate that there were some injuries in front of him, such as Mason Mount, Marcus Rashford, and James Ward-Prowse, plus Luke Shaw also. So it opened it up a little bit more for him to get in there and get his opportunity to get into the national setup. But it's great to see Emile Smith Rowe doing his thing with the national team, in the setup of the national team, getting his opportunities with the national team. He fully deserves it. Round of applause to Emile Smith Rowe. If you guys are in the chat right now, do me a favor, give him a round of applause. And I just think, you know what, when it comes down to it, it was a matter of time before he gets in it anyways. He's just fortunate enough to get in it this time with the injuries and everything else that's gone on. But I think he will definitely be part of the setup in the near future. Definitely do believe he will be part of the setup in the near future. And with him being part of the setup in the near future and possibly even making it further, I think it could be a situation where Emile Smith Rowe will just go strength to strength, and the respect that he's garnering from the rest of the footballing community being in the national team is unwarranted, unprecedented. I mean, like, if you are in the national team, you get a level of respect outside of just Arsenal and just the Premier League. Let's be real. But yeah, big up to you, man. Big up to you. Shout out to my guy right here. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Marlon. There won't be a panel today. I'm gonna be strapped for time, unfortunately. Next, we're gonna be talking about Eddie Nketiah. If you guys don't know the story with Eddie Nketiah, let me tell you guys. Eddie Nketiah, Eddie Nketiah is being eyed by Gladbach, right? A number of Arsenal fans on Twitter have taken to the reaction over the weekend's claim that Eddie Nketiah might be going to Gladbach. right? Speculations that Eddie Nketiah could be sold to Gladbach makes a lot of people say, you know what, sell him now. Sell him now, everyone was saying. Eddie Nketiah could be headed to Gladbach. Now, in my opinion, I personally think if Gladbach are eyeing Eddie Nketiah, we should just sell him right away. We should just sell him right away. Everybody knows Eddie Nketiah's level. Everybody knows what Eddie Nketiah is about. And yo, bro, at this point, we need better quality players in the team. I don't think Eddie Nketiah will ever make it. Yo, what's up? Yeah, what's up? I'm good, man. How are you doing? How you doing? Nigerian Englishman saying, "Big up, Egal. Eddie should leave, please." I agree. My guy Egal, big up to you, Lenny. Big up to you, Lenny. And then who else we got? Hassan. Is the source reliable? Uh, what is this? Is the source reliable? Even linked to Liverpool, Eden Hazard? LOL. We're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to find out. But let's continue as we go along. That was the Eddie Nketiah story. Now let me tell you guys about the Martinelli story. The Martinelli story is a little bit shaky one because we've gone from now Eddie. We already know Eddie's gonna leave. We want Eddie to leave. Everything else, but now there's a bigger issue, guys. Martinelli seems to be frustrated with his game time. Reports are coming out that Martinelli is frustrated with his game time at Arsenal. Yes, reports are coming out that he's frustrated with his game time. Now, if he is frustrated with his game time and he's not going to get enough game time at Arsenal, he might start looking at himself and saying to himself, I want to leave. This is the report, and this is what the report said. Listen to this.
When Gabriel Martinelli first broke through at Arsenal, fans were so delighted that they would never have imagined that he would struggle to get regular first-team football going forward. The Brazilian was a fan favorite under Unai Emery, but he doesn't enjoy the same preference under Mikel Arteta.
So the fact that under Mikel Arteta, he's not getting enough game time, he's not getting the same level of treatment. And yes, he's ahead of Eddie Nketiah in the pecking order. And Nketiah for Zachariah in return. That would be good, but I don't know if Zachariah can withstand the level of the Premier League. The Bundesliga is a lot easier. Isak is a smokescreen. No one knows who Liverpool will get, just like Jota. I agree, Sean. I agree. What? It will be better if Eddie leaves so he can play more. Definitely agree. Definitely agree. It will be better for Eddie Nketiah. Now, what's going to happen with Gabriel Martinelli, guys? We have a situation where Martinelli is not getting game time. He is not getting game time at Arsenal. He is not getting enough game time at Arsenal, and he's starting to grow frustrated. I think he's going to be a big part of the squad come when AFCON comes around. But will he be patient? Can he be patient? Will he start growing frustrated with the lack of game time? Let's be honest, guys. Eddie Nketiah has gotten game time in the cup games. Gabriel Martinelli has gotten opportunities in the cup games, and Eddie Nketiah has scored. Gabriel has not scored or assisted or done anything all season, really. So it is very frustrating for us fans who really back Gabriel Martinelli to perform well, but he has just not performed up to the level and standard that we need him to perform at in order to be knocking on the door. And if he's going to be knocking on the door, we need to see him actually like break the door down and just get in there and get involved. Because right now what he's doing, he's not doing enough. He is not doing enough, in my opinion. He is not doing enough. He needs to do more. He needs to do more. But yeah, let's get just before we go on to the next thing, let me read some of your comments again. Smash that like button. Yes, people, smash that like button. Takes 2 seconds out of your day. Just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and let the people know where to watch more content about Arsenal and everything football. The source with the Isak, we'll get into that. We'll get into Isak. You guys are jumping ahead too much. Hi, Iga. We are winning the title this season. Arteta is the best. I don't think so. But I appreciate the enthusiasm. Iga, if Saliba can transfer from Belgium, then Zachariah can play in a higher level. Who's playing in a higher level on a free this transfer window, and he is better now than Saliba is. Come on. Okay, but you also have to look at his injury history. I'm pretty sure Zachariah has a very bad injury history, so I have concerns. I think he's still a quality player. If he came, I'll be backing him fully, but I have my concerns about Zachariah. That's what I'm saying, Nigerian Englishman, if you get what I'm saying. Igal, are you Arteta in? No, I am still need to see more from Arteta, but I like what I'm seeing as of late. So I'm not going to be overly critical. I'm not going to berate him and abuse him. I just need to see more. Show me more, and I will gladly jump back to supporting the manager, full stop. But at the moment, I still need to see more from him. It's not about Arteta in and out for me right now. It's just about keep winning, keep getting us to a level where we want to. And come the end of the season, I think the whole fan base will be Arteta in if he gets us top four and with the trophy. Martinelli needs to be an option before Pepe. Thoughts? Yeah, 100%. Salam Skills, how you doing, Skills? Big up Skills in the chat. OG regular from there from day one, This guy right here from day one back in the channel. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you. I think he was like one of my first 10 followers. John in the house. Would you be Arteta out? We're making progress under him. Why would fans be Arteta out? Yeah, listen, it's not about Arteta out and in for me. It's just continue to support the team, continue to back the club, continue to win games, and I am happy. I can still have question marks, and I over the past 2 years under Arteta, over the past year and a half under Arteta, but at the moment we are doing well. I am not going to be one of those people that are going to be negative. I'm just going to be positive. Love what's going on. I love the team that we've built. I love the young core that we've built. I'm happy with the young core. I'm going to continue. Play Ainsley and Partey in the midfield versus Liverpool. Okay. I think Martinelli plays more in January when Alba leaves for AFCON. I agree. Big up Skills. Iga, can we get a result versus Anfield? That is a tough question. We're going to have to talk about that in a second. First, before we talk about anything else, if we're going to get a result against Anfield, we need to hope our players, when they go on their international duties, come back healthy. And guess what? Gabriel Magalhaes, one of the best center backs in the league right now. Facts. Factually correct. He is one of the best center backs in the league at the moment. Anybody who tells me he's not, you're lying to yourself. He is one of the best center backs in the league at the moment. And that is a fact. That is not dissing. He is up there right now, performing to the similar level of the Rudigers and these Thiago Silvas and everybody else's. And now that he's getting an opportunity with the national team, you can say to yourself, he could be one of the next best Brazilian center backs. If he's gonna start for the national team week in, week out, come the World Cup, we got a good one on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We got a good one on our hands. Gabriel Magalhaes right now is one of the best center backs we've had at Arsenal in the Emirates era. I genuinely believe it. He's one of the best center backs we've had in the Emirates era at Arsenal. And I don't think anyone can deny that. Big up my guy. What else we saying? Fair enough. I think yeah, definitely. Let's move on to the conversation. My guy here says Gabriel over Rudiger. Yeah, Gabriel is up there, but Ben White is overrated. Ooh. You know what? We need to see more from Ben White, but what I'm seeing right now, I like it. I like what I'm seeing from Ben White right now. But this is not about Ben White. This is about Gabriel Magalhaes getting that Brazilian national team call up. Loving it for Gabriel. He got that Brazilian national team call up after he did what he had to do in the summer with the team, with the national team getting injured. Unfortunately, he would have had a gold medal. But hey, the former Lille player, the current Arsenal leader, one of the best defenders that we have at our club right now. Let's be honest, he is absolutely balling out. And I'm not going to complain. I love the fact that he's balling out. He's doing what he's doing, and he's doing it to a high level. May it continue upwards and onwards. Next, we're going to talk about the man himself, Aaron Ramsdale, the guy who divided opinions in the summer, but luckily I was on the good side of those opinions. Aaron Blood Clot Ramsdale. Let's call it as it is. Everybody was mistaken. Everybody was mistaken about Aaron Ramsdale. You were mistaken. I was mistaken. Everybody was mistaken. Ramsdale, future England number one, Arsenal number one of the best goalkeepers currently in the league, on form. He's elite in comparison to other Leno when it comes to his passing out the back. I think Aaron Ramsdale is going straight to the top of Arsenal, to the point where even we had his former coach making jokes about it. His former coach was cracking jokes about it, His former coach was saying stuff like, yo, if Aaron Ramsdale was performing at this level with me, I would still be in a job right now. Yes, he was cracking jokes, saying stuff like, "Yo, if I was to, if he was performing at this level for me, I would still be in a job right now." That's what they were saying, and I was just like, "Yo, that's funny. That is funny though. Let's be honest, that is funny." Where does he stack up next to Pickford? I think he's bigger than Pickford. I think he's a better player than Pickford. I think he has in the last 9 games he has 6 clean sheets. Pickford in the last 10 games has 3 clean sheets. In the last 9 games, Ramsdale has conceded only 4 goals. Pickford in the last 10 games has conceded 13 goals. He's averaging 0.4 goals conceded per game, where Pickford is averaging 1.3 goals conceded per game. In my opinion, who should be England's number one? None other than Aaron Ramsdale himself. Simple. Simple. Do you guys disagree? Let me know in the chat if you disagree. What are we saying? Tavares is better than Tierney right now? We're gonna have to talk about that another day, my friend. We spoke about that a lot recently. And Ramsdale, England's number one. Yes, I was wrong. Ramsdale is the best keeper in the world right now. I don't know. There's a guy called Edouard Mendy, but of course, I still respect every keeper in the world. But I think Aaron Ramsdale on form is one of the best right now. Ramsdale has been good. Yes, he has been. He has been surprising. He's surprised me too, man. He has surprised me too. He has definitely surprised me too. Definitely has surprised me also, man. But yeah, enough about Ramsdale. Enough about Ramsdale. Just before we go any further, guys, though, do me a favor. Tell me in the chat if you think Ramsdale should be England's number one going into these next few games, because I definitely think he should be, and I think he will be England's number one going into these next few games, in my opinion. Next, just before we continue, guys, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. And now we're going to be talking about Miguel Azeez. Yes, Miguel Azeez. If you guys don't know what's going on with Miguel Azeez, this is Miguel Azeez. He's currently at Portsmouth on loan. He has not been getting enough game time at Portsmouth where the loan seems suitable enough to keep him there. We will most likely be bringing him back early from loan to then maybe send him out again on another loan in January, or to just keep him at the club. So that is the situation currently with Miguel Azeez. I think Miguel Azeez will still stick around in the club after we bring him back on loan, hopefully keeping him close to the first team, maybe even getting an opportunity in the FA Cup game or two. But if he does go back out on loan, it does benefit him. But right now, he's not getting any game time at Portsmouth. We need to take him out of that situation, bring him back under our stewardship, bring him under our wings, and let him train with the first team. Because I would rather him train with the first team than sit on the bench at Portsmouth week in, week out. That's just my opinion. I don't want to see him sitting on the bench wasting away in a lower division. I want to see him with the first team, training with the first team, with the better players, or getting a loan somewhere where he's going to get game time week in, week out. That's it. None of this in between talk, none of this jubbly bubbly, none of that stuff, right? He ain't that good, Sean says. Sean, it's not about him being good or not. We need to see him at playing at a level where we can be confident with his performances before he gets into the first team. But if we're not going to see him playing at that level, at a lower level, and getting opportunity in the lower levels, we need to eventually see him getting some game time. And if we're not going to see him get game time at Portsmouth, maybe throw him in a cup competition at Arsenal, or loan him out again to another lower division team. That's the only way we're going to get him enough experience to get into the first team. And a lot of people are talking about Charlie Patino. In my opinion, Azeez is more developed than Charlie Patino. It's just Charlie Patino's highly rated. Azeez is not as high rated. Sean, my Wi-Fi is playing up on me. Are you okay? Or is it my Wi-Fi or is it your Wi-Fi? I'm confused because my internet is looking good right now. Let's move on. Big up Sean though. Sean's another OG doing his thing. Okay, so just before we go any further, guys, they said Ben White can't win headers. They said Ben White is bad aerially. Does that look like someone who can't jump to you? Does that look like someone who's bad aerially? Guys, this Ben White agenda needs to stop. You need to stop this Ben White agenda. Stop the Ben White agenda. Ben White is actually a good footballer. Ben White is a good defender. Ben White has the fundamentals. Ben White is also saucy with his passing and his ability to dribble out the back. Can we please stop the Ben White agenda? Please. Just please, I beg you guys, stop the Ben White agenda. Let's move past it. Let's move on to something new because it's starting to get boring. A lot of people used to say Ben White is not a center back. He's a DM, or he's a right back, or he's not good in a 3. He's not doing this. Let's just allow the agenda. We get some people did not want to spend 50 million on Ben White, but at the moment, he could be looking like a steal at the price of 50 million. I know it's early days. I know it's early days, but let's just calm down. You know, you get me? Now we're talking. Okay, let's go. I like this. Enough about that. Moving on to the next thing. Let's see what the people in the chat are saying. 3-1. It's only Watford, man. Yeah, I know, but it was only Norwich. It was only Burnley. It was only Tottenham. It was only Leicester. It was only friggin' who else? Leeds in the cup competition. Now it's only Watford. How many games do we have to keep winning before people say it's only this team, it's only that team? Come on, bro. Sean, it's only you're only as good as your last game. I get it. But if we continue to perform at this level, not only will we be competing for top 4, but we will be solidified as top 4 come the end of the season. Hopefully we can keep it going. I'm not sure who you support, Sean, if you're an Arsenal fan or if you're a Liverpool fan, but when I genuinely think going up against Liverpool, that would be the biggest test. And you tell me what you think. Are you going if we do well against Liverpool, are you going to say it's only Liverpool? Let's be real. Azeez is a DM. Patino is a box to box. I get that. I agree with Iga. I see you at uni before. Big up Iga. I seen you at uni before. Big up Iga. What, really? What university? York University. Oh shit. Yeah, I did go to York University. Yeah, big up to you, Ali. Big up to you, Ali. These all teams mainly battling relegation except for Spurs. No, not Brighton. Not Brighton. Not Leicester. Not Leicester. Let's be honest. Not Crystal Palace this season. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just stop bringing the performance have been good, man. Let's not bring us down to a level where we're saying, oh, we're making fun of the level of quality of teams that we played. Because when we drew against Brighton and we drew against Crystal Palace, we were fuming because our levels and our standards are above drawing away from home or at home against these teams. We should be beating them. We should be technically winning every game that we play against minnows, but that's just not how things work. We're going to end up losing a game. I don't want to see a meltdown after the Liverpool game. Anyways, moving on to one of the main stories of the night. Vlahovic. Let's talk about him. Let's talk about Vlahovic. Where do we begin? Let's begin by just reading what it says in the report. Let's get it going.
Tottenham ready to pay £60 million to beat Arsenal to exciting transfer. Tottenham are reportedly ready to overtake Arsenal in the race to seal the transfer of Fiorentina striker Dusan Vlahovic this January. The Serbia international has rejected offers of a new contract with the Serie A side and now has a host of suitors after impressing in the Italian top flight in recent times. Spurs could now be strong contenders for Vlahovic's signature, as reports state they're ready to pay £60 million to bring him to North London.
So the reports are that they're ready to bring Vlahovic to North London this season. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I seen some interesting statistics about Vlahovic and Isak, but we're gonna get into Isak in a second. Before we get into Isak, we need to tackle this Vlahovic situation. Are you guys interested in Vlahovic? Would you take Vlahovic? And what do you know about Vlahovic? Because at 21 years old, performing at the level that he is at currently, and how he's performing over there in Fiorentina, Italy, is very impressive. And I definitely think he's somebody we should be keeping an eye on, and definitely a person that we should be thinking about taking a gamble on. But the question that lies deep in every Gunnar's eyes hands right now is: do we see him as the player that we want? Do we see him as they're both 6'4", Isak and Vlahovic? They're both interesting players in my eyes. They're both players that I would be considering looking at. But the one that is caught my eye more is Isak because of his playmaking ability. Vlahovic seems to be more of a traditional striker. Uh, that's to say the least. I'm not trying to belittle him, but that's just to say the least. I view him as more of a traditional striker. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, that is the situation with Vlahovic. I want to know, guys, like, what do you guys genuinely think? Do you think we should go for Vlahovic over thing? Because currently it seems like we're battling with Tottenham for Vlahovic. And how do I say his name? Is Dusan Vlahovic?
Dusan Vlahovic.
Dusan Vlahovic. I am saying it correct. So yeah, Dusan Vlahovic to Arsenal. Everyone's probably going to say thumbs up. Everyone's going to probably say thumbs up. So let me tell you guys a short story. Dusan Vlahovic this past season scored 20 goals. Okay, that is one more goal than Ronaldo, 2 less goals than Haaland, 3 less goals than Messi, and that is 10 less goals than Lewandowski. Right? Dusan Vlahovic, without penalties, I think. No, I'm mistaken. Dusan Vlahovic, after Messi, Mbappe, Haaland, and Lewandowski, has the best goal to game ratio. Crazy. Now, here's the next thing. The best goal to game ratio since the whole year of 2021, Mbappe, Salah, Benzema, Messi, Haaland, Lewandowski, Vlahovic, Kane, and Moreno are the top 10, and he's in that bracket. This guy is a legit goal scorer. He's a legit goal scorer. He causes trouble. But you know what? Sorry. You see, they say you sneeze when you're telling the truth. I called him a legit goal scorer and I sneezed. It's just telling you the truth. Arsenal has been in contact with the target, Vlahovic, says Di Matteo. An hour ago, this report came out that Di Matteo, listen to this.
Arsenal have been trying to contact THFC target Dusan Vlahovic, but his agent won't even take their calls. Di Marzio.
Apparently, the agent won't even take our calls right now. What the hell is going on? I don't believe it. It's a Tottenham story. Di Marzio said it, though. It's weird. Listen to this. Apparently, Liverpool are also in for him.
Dusan Vlahovic will most likely leave Fiorentina in the summer. Fiorentina are looking for €60 to €70 million if they sell him in the winter, and if in the summer, the value would drop by €10 million. Atletico Madrid, Tottenham and Liverpool are all interested.
And then, here is the biggest bomb of the night. This came out 8 hours ago.
Arsenal are not interested in Dusan Vlahovic.
Coming out of Italy, there's a reporter who said Arsenal are not interested in Dusan Vlahovic. So it sounds like they're not interested. I don't know. Things just spiraled quickly out of control. Next thing you know, they're saying we're not interested. I don't know what to say. But another reason why we might not be interested is because Arsenal have put an offer on the table for Lacazette. But rumors has it that Lacazette has turned down the offer because Lacazette wants to make the move from Arsenal to Atletico Madrid. Reports have it that Arsenal have offered Lacazette a deal, but Lacazette has turned down any said deal in order to sanction the free transfer to Atletico Madrid in the summer. He wants to move to Atletico Madrid. He has already gotten everything in order. It looks like Atletico Madrid might be his next club. And at the moment, Alexander Lacazette looks like he could be lining up himself for a move to Atletico Madrid. That seems to be the next plausible move for Lacazette. Yes, that does seem to be the next plausible move for Lacazette. Now, before we go any further, do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I just needed to mention this quickly, just before we go into the final story of the night. Emile Smith Rowe. There was one story that I forgot to mention with Emile Smith Rowe. If you guys don't know, Emile Smith Rowe has been absolutely tearing it up for us this season, killing it from across every single angle. But there was one story today that really, really, really caught my eye. Rio compared. Let's just listen to this.
Rio Ferdinand says Arsenal star Emile Smith Rowe's blend of Robert Perez and Alexander Hleb.
That is high praise. High praise. To compare him to Robert Perez and Alexander Hleb, that is high praise. Do you guys understand how good Robert Perez was and how good Hleb was? Like, first of all, Robert Perez was more of a goal scorer. Hleb was more technically saucy and did everything. But you know what? They're both saucy. But yo, at this point, everyone is starting to realize how good Emile Smith Rowe is, except for Chelsea fans, because Chelsea fans want to bring up statistics and say, "Oh, Conor Gallagher is just as good as Emile Smith Rowe." You know what? I don't care. Conor Gallagher doesn't play for my club. Emile Smith Rowe plays for my club, and he's killing it. And statistically, he has more output than Conor Gallagher. And if you guys want to look at statistics, guess what? There's something called eye test. And if you look at statistics, it will tell you that Ross Barkley is better than Smith Rowe. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. Anyways, moving on to the final story of the night. The final story of the night. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you guys have been waiting for this moment the whole time, I apologize it took this long, but let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, Alexander Isak. What is going on with Alexander Isak? Let's find out what's going on with Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak has been linked to Liverpool. Yes, he has been linked to Liverpool. Alexander Isak has been linked to Liverpool. That means Arsenal, one of Arsenal's targets, could be headed to Merseyside. So the report says that the Swedish player has that originally played for they used to play for Dortmund, has been linked to several Premier League sides over the past couple of years: Manchester United, Arsenal, and Liverpool, in addition to Chelsea. And it looks like Liverpool are looking to target the player for around 40 million euros. Now, I don't think they will ever acquire his services for around 40 million euros. He has a 170 million pound release clause. There is no way he's going to be sold for 40 million euros. That is just reducing an asset by so much. It makes no sense. He's currently 22 years old, and he netted 17 goals last season in La Liga setup. I generally think if you guys do get a striker, I don't think you're going to get Alexander Isak for that much money. It just does not make sense. According to Transfermarkt, he netted 38 goals and got 7 assists over his 102 matches for Real Sociedad already. He's been a lethal goal scorer for them. Obviously not as lethal as Vlahovic, but what he is he's more of a playmaker. He has a lot more technical ability in my opinion, and he's able to do a lot more receiving, taking the ball from the halfway mark and dribbling past defenders, attacking, using and linking up play. I think he would be ideal for Liverpool, but I don't think the valuation is accurate. I think the 36 million pound, 40 million euros evaluation that this article is saying it just cannot be true. The Independent have reported this, and also reported out of Spain. Also, these two reports have come straight out of those places. I generally don't think Liverpool are going to be getting him for that price. It just does not make sense, in my opinion. If he was to go to Liverpool, I don't think he would be going for that. Barcelona are also interested in him. Real Madrid are also interested in him. Leicester are interested in him. Arsenal were interested in him. Manchester United were interested in him. Alexander Isak has a lot of people interested in his signature, and for him to go to Liverpool, it would be a good move for him, but they would have to pay closer to 70 to 80 million, in my opinion. I don't think 40 million would be enough to get him over the line. I genuinely do not think that would get them over the line. And how does he compare to Roberto Firmino? His comparison to Roberto Firmino is quite interesting, actually. Roberto Firmino's expected assists, shots, assisted shots, balls received in comparison to Isak is a lot higher. Let me just show you guys how he compares to Roberto Firmino, because I think if we're gonna talk about Liverpool, this is where he's gonna, if he does go to Liverpool, this is who he's gonna be replacing, and his statistics in comparison to Roberto Firmino are exact opposites. He's more of a goal scorer and more of somebody who creates goals, where Roberto Firmino is more of a creator and who lays off and links up play. So they're two completely different pieces. How does it work together? I don't know, but they're not even close to being similar players. Nothing about them screams similarities. Like, I think Isak maybe could do the role, but I don't think he is that player right now for Sociedad. And the player that he currently is, that's not what he does. This is Roberto Firmino and Alexander Isak's statistics over the past couple of years, over the past year. So yeah, just goes to show you he's much more lethal goal scorer than Roberto Firmino. Roberto Firmino is a much more of a creator, and these statistics show you that. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't think Isak to Arsenal is over yet. But if we do get Champions League football, we can get anybody we want in world football. We just need to get Champions League football. If we get Champions League football, we can get anybody we want. Anybody we want. We can take the pick of the litter. I genuinely believe if we had Champions League football, we would be in for a lot more of these guys that have gone to Manchester United, Real Madrid, and these guys over the past couple of years. But the fact that we don't have Champions League football, we have to spend a lot of money on lesser known players. That is just a fact of the situation. He is a false nine like Firmino. Yes, he is a false nine, but Firmino's false nine position, he is asked to be less of a goal scorer and more of a creator, where in his false nine position, he's asked to be more of a dribbler into attacks and somebody who also finishes off those chances. He doesn't create as much as a Roberto Firmino. Hands off, says Corey. Big up Corey in the chat. Chelsea for Life 7 says Millwall are interested in him. Okay. That was silly. La Liga clubs have no money. Liverpool will sign Sarr once Watford get relegated. There you go. João Felix in. I don't think we're going to get João Felix in the Prem. Let's go. Anyways, big up everybody watching. Thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Iga, are you leaning back to Arteta in? Listen, at this moment, it's not about Arteta in or out for me. It's just strictly about show me what you're doing, continue to perform. And it come the end of the season, if you're in the top four or you've gotten us to a position where we're in top four or fighting for top four and we won a trophy or something, I'm happy. But right now, still need to see more, my friend. Still need to see for more. Chelsea Life 79. But yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Have yourselves a wonderful day. You already know what it is. Kitty G on EGTV. And hit the like button, people. Yeah, behave yourself. Big up, behave yourself. Trust the process, says Sosa. Yo, the dislikes are literally those robots. You know what I mean? The robots dislike the videos. They dislike the videos, and it drives down the traffic on YouTube. It's actually evil, like what they're doing. But yeah, have yourselves a wonderful day, guys. We're out of here. You already know what it is. And if you could hit that like button and let me know what you guys think about the everything in the video. After the video, leave a comment down below after the video is over. If you guys could do that, it would really help me out. And have yourselves a wonderful day, guys. We're out of here on EGTV. You already know what it is, and I'm gone. Peace. So what's going on, guys? On today's show, we're going to be talking about a lot of things, but let's get started with first. David Dein and Arsene Wenger had an event yesterday in London, and it was beautiful to see Arsene Wenger with some of the old crew, Cesc Fabregas and others, showing off the trophies and getting ready for his new movie coming out in just one day. And Ramsdale getting a heap of praise once again from pundits and pundits alike all throughout football, appreciating the young goalkeeper. Also, Vlahovic update will be coming in today's video. We'll also be talking about Alexander Isak possibly going to Liverpool instead of Arsenal. Liverpool could beat us to the punch and get a 40 million euro deal over the line. I don't know what they're smoking over there. Gabriel Martinelli, we're going to be talking about him and his frustrations not getting game time. Lacazette looks like he will be rejecting any Arsenal move, and he'll be trying to get a move to Atletico Madrid. Emile Smith Rowe got his situation sorted out with England, and he finally got his England cap. Gareth Southgate finally opened his eyes. And you know what? Gabriel Magalhaes also is getting caps for the What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen.